Welcome to CBS This Morning. We'll begin with this. Tropical storm Gordon threatens more than 8 million people along the Gulf Coast, where it's expected to make landfall as a hurricane by later tonight. The National Hurricane Center says top sustained winds are now 65 miles an hour. A hurricane warning is up from the Louisiana-Mississippi border to the Florida panhandle.
Gordon will bring powerful winds, dangerous storm surge, and heavy downpours, maybe as much as 12 inches of rain from now until Thursday. Omar Villafranca is on the Gulf Coast in Pascagoula, Mississippi, where people can already feel the storm. Omar, good morning.
Good morning. A few hundred miles out and the storm is brewing. Now, the wind is kind of calm right now. We are starting to see a little bit of chop, but this area is under a hurricane warning. And we're expected to feel the brunt of this storm later on in the day as it gets closer to land and as it intensifies from a tropical storm to a potentially devastating hurricane. Tropical Storm Gordon formed over South Florida on Monday morning, lashing parts of the Sunshine State with strong winds and pounding rain. Beaches that would normally be packed on the Labor Day holiday, like Miami's South Beach, were practically empty.
Completely different from our expectation for this weekend.
The heavy rains flooded out some local roads in Homestead, south of Miami, catching some drivers off guard. Across the Gulf Coast, people are preparing for the force of Gordon. In Biloxi, Mississippi, they stocked up on supplies at the grocery store, while the fire department geared up for possible water rescues. Along the Alabama coast, residents who live in communities that have flooded before are anxious.
I hope that goes on, comes and goes, and we're done with it.
Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards is taking no chances, issuing an emergency declaration ahead of the storm and mobilizing 200 National Guardsmen.
These guardsmen will be pre-positioned primarily in southeast Louisiana, along with 63 high water vehicles, 39 boats, and 4 helicopters.
With memories of Katrina still lingering in New Orleans, officials issued a voluntary evacuation orders for areas outside the city's levee protection system. But Mayor Latoya Cantrell says they are prepared.
We've got the pumps and power we believe we need, again, to be safe and protect our residents.
Gordon could be a Category 1 hurricane by the time it makes landfall. And of course, the big concern with hurricanes is the storm surge. And officials with the National Hurricane Center say they're expecting anywhere from 3 to 5 feet with this storm surge. And that can cause millions of dollars in damage. John?